there, I'm Mrs. Gardner from the Reader's Garden, and here is your quick educator refresher for what's actually inside the Getting Ready lessons before the school year starts and before the formal phonics instruction begins. So this is great if you've already taught the Getting Ready lessons, or if you're brand new to it, you are in the right spot. So the 10 foundational Getting Ready lessons are designed to help our young learners build awareness of how spoken language works. And we do this through sound exploration, movement, modeling, and listening. Our first lesson is Lesson A. And Lesson A introduces students to the idea that spoken words are made from sounds. And those sounds are created with the mouth, the lips, the tongue, the teeth, the jaw, and even the nose. They explore the difference between voiced and unvoiced sounds by placing a hand on their neck to feel vocal cord vibration. Students are then introduced to skywriting and tracing by practicing curves and circles. So skywriting can happen in the air like that, and tracing can happen on a table or on the floor, depending on your learning setting. So Lesson B focuses on the places of articulation, which is where in the mouth a sound is actually made. Students are going to learn the 7 primary articulatory places, and we will have those featured on the top row of our consonant sound wall. And you probably have something like this in your classroom or wherever you're learning. So we'll talk about lips together, teeth on lips, tongue between teeth, tongue behind top teeth, tongue lifted, tongue pulled back, and then finally the back of the throat. And then in this lesson, we'll also continue to practice skywriting and tracing, and we will be talking about vertical, horizontal, and slanted lines to prepare us for future letter formation. In Lesson C, we're going to begin talking about the manner of articulation. And we're going to start off talking about stop sounds, and then we will also talk about nose sounds. An example of a stop sound would be B as in ball, b, 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 or nasal sounds like and we have as in moon. In this lesson, we will begin writing uppercase letters for the first time, starting with letters that just use horizontal and vertical lines. We'll start with the letter F, we'll start with L, then F, then E. Lesson D introduces fricatives, which are sounds like F and S, which we make by pushing air through just a narrow space, which causes some friction, fricative. And so we'll put the fricatives here, right under stop, nose, fricatives, and then we also are going to introduce affricates. And affricates start as a stop sound, and then there's a little release of the air. It's almost like the earthquake sound. There's a little buildup of pressure and then a release. And an example of an affricate would be ch, ch, as in chocolate, or j, j, as in juice or jellyfish. In Lesson E, we will explore glide sounds. And we will also talk about liquid sounds. Both of those sounds involve subtle tongue movement without stopping airflow. In fact, the hardest 2 sounds in the English language are the ones that we talk about last, which are the sound and the sound. Both of them are liquid sounds. And then for our tracing and our skywriting, students will learn the letter O, the capital letter O, Q, C, and G. So Lesson F is a review of all of the consonant types, the stops, the nasals, the fricatives, the affricates, the glides, and the liquids, organized by place and manner of articulation on the consonant sound wall. And then letter formation practice at that point will include the curved letters U, J, and S. Lesson G introduces vowel sounds and explains that they are all voiced, all vowel sounds are voiced, and made from free-flowing air. Students will learn to distinguish consonant sounds from vowel sounds, or at least they'll start that practice, and then they'll sort them by sound only. And then the letter practice that we'll do for skywriting and tracing is the letter D, P, B, and R. Those include straight lines and curved lines. Lesson H introduces the vowel valley, showing how vowel sounds differ based on tongue height, placement in our mouth, and muscle tension. Students will learn the difference between long vowel sounds, which are tense, and short vowel sounds, which are lax. And then in skywriting, we will practice the letter K, the letter M, the letter N, and the letter A. Lesson I teaches the special vowel types, the exceptions. We're going to talk about the schwa sound, or the most common sound in the English language. We'll talk about diphthongs, such as ow and oi. And we will talk about the R-controlled vowels, R, or, and So these are more complex vowels, and we label them as sort of too tricky for the valley, so they have their own placement above and below the valley and get their own special lessons to discuss. Then we will practice skywriting and tracing the uppercase letters V, W, and X. Then finally, Lesson J is a comprehensive review of all concepts from lessons A through I, with opportunities for practicing of choral response, which is important for the program, and different sound production practice. And we can give feedback on how students are producing those sounds and get them in the habit of feeling comfortable receiving that feedback. And then we will finally do the letters Y and Z for our final skywriting and tracing practice. So all of these lessons that we're talking about are short, they're oral, they're not print-based. We will reference the consonant sound wall, but it's actually not critical to these lessons for them to see it. It's more about the hearing it. And there's movement-based with the skywriting and the tracing. But the key of all of it is it builds the foundation for everything that follows in our systematic phonics instruction. Thank you so much, and please make sure to subscribe so you never miss anything in the Reader's Garden. Primary articulatory, the 7 primary articulatory, dang it, I have them all over just one, don't I?